What is up, people of YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts Battle Damaged Gohan. Gohan is the son of Goku, and this version is the Cell Saga version when Gohan was 11 years old and became a Super Saiyan 2 for the first time. And for all being honest here, that was one of the best moments in Dragon Ball, bar none. The figure itself was revealed at a toy fair, I believe? I know I could be wrong, but anyway, let's not waste any more time and take a look at the figure. Gohan looks great, and definitely looks a hell of a lot better than the previous Teen Gohan figures. Unfortunately, there are some issues we need to talk about. The head looks great, and the hair sculpt is great too. Only issue is that the hair sculpt is still a bit blocky. It's kind of inconsistent with previous figures. The orange shading in the hair looks good, no complaints there. The face does capture the likeness of Gohan very well. The body has battle damaged clothes with various tears all over it, and it looks good. The body sculpt is nice as well. Another problem. The lower body is a completely different shade of color than the upper body. I know it's minor, but regardless, it shouldn't be there. The arms have a muscular sculpt to it, and the blue paint on the wrist is nice and clean. Moving down to the legs, the paint is clean, but we have yet another problem. The shading they have on the pants is poorly placed, and it makes Gohan look like he pissed himself. That's nice. Battle damage sculpt continues to the knees, and once again, it looks good. But there is a major problem I have with this figure. It's too clean. This does not look like battle damage at all. Gohan had blood all over his left arm and scars all over his body. What would have really helped was to add more blood all over him, or to add shading to make the battle damage more notable. But, as it is, it's just bland.
Well, articulation for Gohan. Better than the original Gohan so far, although, unfortunately, there are limitations that we need to discuss, but let's go over it. Head. Ball hinge on the top, ball joint on the neck. So he can pretty much look all the way up. Definitely a plus. He can look this far down. Not too much, mind you, but it's still enough. Can swivel, pivot, all that good stuff. Arm is on a hinge. It's also on a ball joint. Can move this far forward. Can also rotate. Biceps can swivel, but do be mindful they are pretty stiff. Elbows are on a double hinge. Again, mine are pretty stiff. Hands are on a ball hinge. One thing I like to talk about is that they are the sculpt flaps that obviously prevent gaps. Not for this one, because as soon as you move it, the gap just it's stuck. Instead of just being there all flush and moving around when it's supposed to. No, like whenever you move it, it just gets stuck, and you always need to jam your fingernail or any object in there to make sure it moves, which that's going to be really frustrating if you want to have toy pictures and make sure that no joints are showing, at least barely any joints are showing, so that is disappointing. We got a ball joint up here and here, so he does get good range. Can move this far forward, this far back, which is good. Not complaining there. Can even lean to the side pretty far. Almost. And it can even swivel, just so you know. Legs can move this far forward, which is definitely not bad. Can move this far back, which is really good. He can not do the splits, but it's Gohan, so you really don't need complete splits. Thighs can swivel. Knees are on a double hinge. Not really hindered by the battle damage, which I am surprised at. Okay. Toes are on a hinge. I'm putting that out of the way so I can say this for last. These ankles. This is by far the worst ankle articulation on any action figure, period. It's not moving it's not moving. Well, actually, it moves to the opposite side. There's ankle rocker is basically non-existent on this figure, and you can't move it to inwards to get more dynamic poses. Instead, he's just going to look like this. And in some case scenarios, those pictures you saw in the beginning, those were very hard to get set up because Gohan just kept on falling. Yeah. So that was... Working with these ankle joints are major pain in the asshole. It's a ball joint. It can only swivel and move outwards, which is not good because where's the inward movement? These figures are supposed to be dynamically posed, and you can't really get too much poses out of Gohan unless if you just want to have him stand there or doing the battle damage Kamehameha pose. But By far the worst ankle articulation of any action figure. I swear to God that most Marvel Legends have better articulation than this little guy. Ironically, though, the older versions of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan actually had better ankle articulation because it actually moved more inward. So this right here, this is inexcusable. This is inexcusable. No excuse for these horrible ankle joints. By far the worst thing on this figure, period. Worst thing in the whole line. Worst ankle articulation in my whole figure collection. It's not good. I like to pose my figures, but I don't like to be limited because of ankle articulation. Without ankle articulation, your leg articulation to get more dynamic posing is damn near useless. Like, damn near useless. Yeah. Keeps on falling. Like, you really need to fiddle around with it just to get him to... And he just falls over anyway. Yeah, this is... I hate it. I absolutely hate this ankle articulation. It is not good at all. So, if you want to dynamically pose this guy, good luck finding some poses, because everything else is almost useless. Almost useless. Yeah. I say almost because, it's possible to get some dynamic posing on this guy. He just had to be careful with how you stand him up. But, it's just... that doesn't excuse the fact for this poor ankle articulation. It's just... It's frustrating. It seriously is. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Thanks a lot, Bandai.
Gohan to the top of his hair is just shy of 5.5 inches. Some people say he's too big, but I disagree. I think it's a good size. Here he is compared to the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta. Here he is compared to the S.H.Figuarts Piccolo and Premium Color Trunks. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Future Trunks and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Android 16 and Krillin. And finally, here he is compared to the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Goku and Perfect Cell. So Gohan does go good with the other Dragon Ball Z figures. So if we want to display him with the others, you're covered. Gohan does come with a good amount of accessories. No beams, unfortunately, but it's still a good amount. He comes with the 2 fist hands that come on him in the package. We get 2 Kamehameha hands, 2 Calm Relaxed hands, and 2 Splayed Open hands. Unfortunately, no fighting stance hands. A bit of a bummer, but nothing to lose sleep over. Next are the faces he comes with. We have the neutral looking face that was on him in the package, the looking off to the side face, the teeth gritted face, the angry yelling face, and the screaming face with his eyes closed. And finally, we get the Super Saiyan 1 hair. You can interchange the heads and display him differently with the different hair. So we do get a good amount of accessories, so I am happy about that. Overall, this isn't the worst figure, and it's certainly not the best. I'm really sorry, guys and gals, but I'm left disappointed with this figure. This figure has a lot of positives which save it, but every time I mess around with it or take pics with it, I'm always reminded of the issues that shouldn't have been on this figure in the first place. Maybe I've been spoiled by other figures, but honestly, regardless of that, this is still kind of a lackluster release in my opinion. Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying this figure is bad. I'm just saying for a Gohan figure, it could have been a whole lot more. If you like it more than I do, that is absolutely fine. So if you're a diehard fan of Dragon Ball Z and love this version of Gohan, this is a figure for you. Be aware of the problems, and you'll be a happy camper. With all due respect, I'm really sorry, guys and gals, but I'm going to have to give the figure a 6.5 out of 10. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like. If you want to give your thoughts, if you're nice about it, leave a comment down below. And if you want to see more videos from me, you can hit the subscribe button. With that out of the way, I am Super Mario Zilla, and I am out. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.